Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to review day one testing in Mandalika, Indonesia. Now, the track is probably one of the most stunning and scenic views that I've ever seen. However, the weather wasn't so great when the riders took to the track this morning. As you can see, it was inclement weather. However, with the inclement weather brought a really dangerous situation for all the MotoGP riders. As you can see, the bikes were absolutely covered in a fine dust from the rain. Now, if you can imagine riding on this in wet weather, it is absolutely treacherous. So the session was actually red flagged, and the track was they tried to clean the track as best they could. But again, I think there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done overnight, and there's going to be a lot of work for the mechanics to clean those bikes to make sure they get all the dust and grime out of them. Now, the session did kick off again once they had cleaned up the track, but the track is still very, very dirty and will remain dirty all of the session. I'd say they're going to be about 2 to 3 seconds off where they will end up at the end of the test, if I'm very honest, and that's really just down to the track cleaning up. They're very expensive track cleaners at the moment, but I think today's test, I will put up on the thumbnail who is fastest, but I just don't think the test is going to be relevant in time wise today. I think it's just going to be time on track, with the dust on the track. They're going to have to clean the track, deep clean the track overnight, which I think tomorrow's running is going to be affected again, because it's going to be a green track again. Now, any rubber that was put down today or in the afternoon, especially, as you'll see here in a minute, the weather has lifted and the track is back to dry, but there's still that dust, which I think will be there for the remainder of the test. But it should get better and better, and I would expect a 2 to 3 second increase or decrease in the times that are currently shown. With an hour to go, Paul Espargaro has jumped into the top spot, which is really good for him to see. But again, for me, it's all about the lads getting time on the bike, time on the tires, understanding the track. It is one of the most scenic tracks that I've ever seen, up there actually with Mugello, in my honest opinion. You just look out and there's some really, really good views. So I can imagine going around some of the corners, the riders are getting a glimpse of the scenery. Again, with the track, it's just going to be all about learning the track today. The weather this morning, the red flag, it's kind of stopped play or interrupted people's programs that they had for testing and developing. It is definitely something interesting to see. I do think the inclement weather and the dust and that has been really interesting for me to look and see. I think the most people that will benefit actually out of the inclement weather is not the riders, it's actually the engineers, because they're going to see how people's aerodynamic devices are actually working, because you will see the flow and the fine lines that the dust will leave on the fairings. But look, that's it for me today. I think it's just really interesting to see what the lads think later on of the track. But unfortunately, with the inclement weather and the dust today, I don't really think it's a valuable day's testing for majority of the teams. But love to know your thoughts, your comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did. I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy MotoGP together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.